I'm probably in a talking mood because I haven't been on the phone with nobody in a while. But the word or words respectability politics really just brought them into my mind. And I'm constantly on TikTok because I'm Gen Z. I'm constantly chronically online. Anyways, there was this TikTok live, and basically the host had this picture up as the prompt, and basically it was one girl on the left and one girl on the right. The girl on the left, she had on a club dress, and it was short, like up to her mid thigh, form-fitting, and her under boob was showing. And a woman on the right, she had a head wrap on and like a long form-fitting dress, but it wasn't revealing or anything. She just wasn't as curvaceous, I would say, as the woman on the left. And it said the woman on the left is the one that you play with and the woman on the right is the one that you marry. And I want to come at this from the perspective of someone who is seen as like who young women should be like. And I will say at one point, I would kind of buy into it. I'd say maybe in my freshman, sophomore year. But as I'm entering undergraduate as a college freshman, I hate respectability politics because you truly don't get to see who people are, and especially who women are, based off of their clothing and attire. I said in my previous video what type of student I was in high school. So because of what I decided to do and how I carry myself, a lot of people would put me on a higher pedestal, I guess I could say, than other girls. And a lot of times from teachers and everybody else I would hear, it's like, oh, I wish they could all act. Okay, so speaking of this, I don't have a car. So I couldn't leave early for fourth block during my senior year. So instead of, leaving, if you did stay on campus as a senior, you used to have a fourth block or did something. I didn't want no class because I'm like, I'm tired of class. Just put me somewhere, girl. I couldn't stay in the library because, of course, I was trespassing, freaking stupid rules. So I had to go in attendance. The women in attendance, they were very nice, very sweet to me. But oftentimes security guards would come in. They used to talk to the attendance people because they were their work friends, and the attendance people used to be like, oh, she's so nice, she's so sweet, da, 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 everything else, talking about me. And then the security guards, they used to talk about, the kid that they had to put in ISS or they had to give to one of the assistant principals or whatever. And then they were like, oh, if only they used to act like her, if only they could act like her and do her homework and everything else. And it's like, ooh, I don't want to be that kid. I don't want to be that girl. No, God. My third block teacher, who I loved to bits, he was my biggest hype man. He used to always be like, you live at a place which is above the bare minimum. And it makes a lot of people around you second guess themselves. My thing is, I, like any other person, see somebody with traits or talent, a skill, or something physical about themselves that I want, that I either don't have or can't have at all. And I sometimes get jealous. Like, jealousy is normal. But just because that person has that, it doesn't make me feel like, oh, well, who does she think she is? Da, 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 da. I'll maybe be upset, but then I move on with my life. I either just forget about it or maybe try to work my way to getting where they are. And that's it. And it's like, there will be women